Good morning, students. This is Sandeep Tripathi here, and I welcome to you all on my YouTube channel. I am pleased to inform you that our study mode will be online over here, and you will enjoy your study from YouTube channel. I hope you all be all right at your home. So, student, in this class, we have to go through the programming language that is related to Java. We have already discussed in the last class, in the previous class, about the Java. So first, I would like to tell you why to go with the any type of programming language. Student wanted to know, have one question. Student wanted to know, why do we learn any programming language? You are having the answer of this question? Anyone? I am going to start from the beginning. If you will pay attention, definitely you will be the master of the Java. Okay, and damn sure you will follow me. So, the first question is that, why do we learn any programming language? Anyone will give the answer? Let me tell you. Of course, programming language will help you to develop any type of software, to build any type of programs. If you have to design, if you have to develop any type of software, if you have to develop any type of applications, if you have to create, if you have to develop any type of programs, obviously you must have knowledge about the programming language. As we know that programming language is a set of instructions written in the different languages to solve a particular program, to solve a particular problems. Basically, programming language is divided into three parts. I am having one more category I would like to tell you. First part, low level language. Second part, high level language. And third part, that is your. So we have third type of language, that is your mid-level language. And student, I am going to introduce one more, that is your fourth generation language. Okay? So you can say your programming language is divided into basically four parts. But in books, you will get only three, that is your low level language, high level language, and fourth generation language. In low level language, we will get two types of languages. Are you getting my point? You can say low level language is divided into two parts, assembly language and machine level language. Or first part will be machine level language and second part will be assembly language. While in case of high level language, C, C++, Java, .NET, BASIC, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, all these types of languages are kept in the form of high level language. I am talking about the fourth generation language, that is the part of database management system, or you can say DBMS as well as RDBMS, means database management system and relational database management system. Student, I introduced one more categories of the programming language, that was your mid-level language. In mid-level language, we have C, C++ as well as Java. Fine? What is the utilization or why we say mid-level language? Because these types of programming language is more useful for the application software as well as system software. It means by using C, C++, Java, we can develop application software as well as system software. That's why here the category is given in the form of mid-level language. So I hope you have gone through the programming languages and you have got it. Once again, I am going to repeat. Programming language is divided into three parts: low level language, high level language, and fourth generation language. In low level language, we have two types of languages, machine level language and assembly level language. And in high level language, we have C, C++, Java, Basic, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran. On the other hand, we have fourth generation language in which we have database management system as well as relational database management system. Fine. Now, student, first going through the Java, I would like to tell you about the software. As we know that, why do we learn programming language? Of course, we learn programming languages to develop any kind of software, any type of applications, any type of programs. So what is the meaning of software? Software means a set of instructions program is called software. A set of instructions program is called software. Now, software is divided into two parts: application software and system software. By using the different programming languages, we can develop application software as well as system software. Right now, the most popular word we are using in this scenario, that is your app. Okay, so of course your app will be developed by using any programming language. So software is divided into two parts over here, and first part application software and second part system software. Now application software is used for the particular job or specific area like Word, Excel, PowerPoint and Access, while system software is used to enable the system into working condition, or system software is used to make the system into working condition. For example, operating system. Now student, pay attention on, I am going to classify application software. Application software is also divided into two parts. Application software is divided into two parts. First one, generalized software, and second one, customized software. Now, what is the meaning of generalized software and customized software? Student, generalized software is developed for the majority of the clients, where the number of clients will be there. Those clients or that type of software will be developed for them. It means MS Office. I am giving this example, Microsoft Office. So MS Office is your generalized software which can be used by different clients. Why I am using clients over here? In IT sector or software industry, we use user as well as client. So client means who gives task, who gives projects, who gives work. That terms refers to the client, and if we will develop that software, we will be user for them. So we have generalized software where the majority of the clients will be there. On the other hand, we have customized software, and in customized software we develop the software for a particular client. Particular client, student, I am using here particular client. I am not going with the majority of the clients. Here we will develop the software related to specific client or particular client. It means particular client means, supposed to be, I am taking the example of banking sector, so SDFC will be the particular client, ICICI will be the particular client, SBI will be the particular client. Any school management, supposed to be you want to develop, I want to develop any software related to school management system, then that type of software will be customized software. So the meaning of customize, we will develop the software according to the requirements of the clients. Means we will try to fulfill the requirements of the clients. Fine? Are you getting my point? So this is the difference between generalized software and customized software. Fine? We have one more that is related to utility, we will discuss later. Fine? So to develop any types of software, basically we go through the programming language. Now what is program? It is a set of instructions. Student, it is a set of instructions written to solve any particular problem. Fine? If anybody is asking what is the meaning of programs, it is a procedure, it is a set of instructions, it is a set of commands written to perform, written to solve any particular problem. And who writes the program, that person will known as programmer. Means you will be the programmer, I will be the programmer. If I write any program, if I am going through the programming, then I will be the programmer. So we have some terms like programming languages, program and programmer. Fine? I hope you have got all these points. Very good. So student, we have two types of programming approaches. How many types of programming approaches? Two types. First one, procedure oriented, and second one, object oriented. We have to learn about the object oriented because Java supports the object oriented programming concepts. But before going through the object oriented programming, I would like to tell you about the procedure oriented. Procedure oriented means where you have to write your programs step by steps, and it will execute in a procedure, it will execute in a process, and you will not miss or you will not jump on any line. So always once we follow the procedure oriented programming means here you have to define step by step each and every line. This is the meaning of procedure oriented program. For example, we have C, we have basic, we have visual basic. All these types of programming languages are the examples of the procedure oriented languages. We will discuss in details, okay? Once you will be used to with the programming languages, I will discuss with you in detail. On the other hand, we have object oriented programming language. The meaning of object oriented over here, the object oriented programming methodology that helps to organize set of instructions in a proper sequence to develop program or software. Proper sequence. Here it gives modular programming approaches. You can develop your program in small units and you can combine them. Fine? Supposed to be you have developed functions related to addition. You have developed functions related to subtraction. You have developed a function related to multiplications. So in object oriented, what kind of facility we are getting? We can combine these modules together. This is called modular programming. This is called modular programming. Now students, once we talk about the object-oriented programming language, first we will discuss some contents in the object-oriented programming language. This is called features of the object-oriented programming language or characteristics of the programming languages, in which we will discuss first objects, classes, polymorphism, data abstractions, encapsulations, inheritance. Once again, I am telling you all these headings: objects, classes, data abstractions, polymorphism, encapsulations, and inheritance. Are you getting my point? All are the parts of object-oriented programming language. So first, we will discuss about the objects. What is the meaning of objects?